Get dressed with me for Browns versus 49ers.
Dillon Gabriel's fiancée, Zoe Caswell, is catching a ton of heat after she appeared to take shots at starting quarterback Shedeur Sanders following the team's loss to the 49ers. In a recent TikTok video on Zoe's account, she captioned a video showing her outfit for the game, "Browns lost, what's new?" People were very quick to accuse her of doing this because Shedeur started and not Dillon, and comments like, "I don't remember these captions when your man was QB1," and "Love your content but very disappointed in the caption, need to support this team whether he's in or not," only confirm that. She tried to defend herself by saying it was a joke, but no one is seeming to buy.
Makes sense. And then you're asking those two to coexist? You put two lions in a cage with one piece of meat and you said go. How that makes sense? So I do not think Gabriel and Shedeur will ever be able to coexist.
This is the moment nobody in Cleveland wants to say out loud, but everybody feels it heavy in their chest. A storm with no thunder yet, but the walls are already shaking. From the outside, the quarterback room looks calm, normal, business as usual. Inside, it feels tight, locked, like a cage with no space to breathe. This franchise thought it was stepping into competition, but instead, it walked straight into a survival zone.
We're seeing it in real time, because if we're being honest, Shedeur's family's done the same things. They've liked tweets and quote tweeted tweets talking about Browns head coaches. Gabriel's wife or fiancée, now she talking about the Browns too. You've put these two individuals in a situation where they can't coexist.
And now Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel are crashing into each other like two lions, fighting over one throne, one future, one shot. Today, we're breaking down the real war inside the Browns locker room. The looks that last a second too long, the energy that shifts after every throw, the pressure that creeps higher every time a camera swings their way, the quiet jealousy that grows day by day.
But you know what the difference is? The difference, I think, why they really can't, compared to what you're saying, is this: we came from college and you know I'm better than you. Shedeur looking at him like, I know they draft, you know.
Like, be for real.
So when we get to the playing field, I can't even look at you the same. I can't even respect you the same. I can respect you as a teammate, but I can't like you starting over me because you know better. That's why they can never really. And he's like, well, so what? I got drafted first. You know what I'm saying? That's why they never could coexist. But the truth is, it's a matter of like, what do they call that? Where it's like levels,
hierarchy or what?
The hierarchy.
And the exact moment this thing stopped being friendly competition and turned into a full-on fight for control in Cleveland. So lock in right now. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and stay tapped in. And if you rock with Shedeur, comment SS 100% because this story is about to heat up fast. Before anyone points fingers at Gabriel or at Shedeur, you have to understand how this storm even formed in the first place. This wasn't random. The Browns built this tension themselves, brick by brick. They drafted Dillon Gabriel early. They handed him trust before he ever took a real NFL snap. They put him in the top chair of the room. First reps at rookie minicamp. First crack at control. First chance to grab that QB room and never look back. Then Cleveland flipped the script. They drafted Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback with a spotlight already baked in.
Dude, you know I'm better than you. I've always been better than you. Don't let these coaches from Cleveland who's been bad for years, picking and drafting, confuse you. You know we never was on the playing field the same level, ever. So why would we change?
And the problem is, though, they keep taking these shots at each other.
But Shedeur don't take shots at him, though.
Shedeur took a shot at everybody when he said, I could be starting in the league right now.
Like
there's a bunch of whole beds, a bunch of bad
That's how, hold up. Before he even met Gabriel, he thought that. He thought that. So this has nothing to do with you. Listen, my man, this is bigger than you. Okay, little guy? This is bigger than you. Shedeur always thought he was a starting quarterback no matter what team it is.
Correct.
Don't let little Gabriel get you confused.
I do think Shedeur saying like that's what it looked like.
A quarterback with swagger, you feel, the second he steps through the door. A quarterback who dragged a wave of attention straight from Colorado into the N.F.L. Cameras everywhere. Debate shows nonstop. Every move analyzed. Every breath questioned. That kind of pressure never lets up. Not for 1 second. The Browns said they wanted competition. What they really created was conflict. Inside that locker room, you had Dillon Gabriel. Smart, tough, steady, a grinder. A quarterback who fights for every inch. A guy who treats every rep like it might be his last. He wants respect, not hype. Then you add Shedeur Sanders, magnetic, confident, top-shelf talent. the type teammates naturally drift toward.
Dillon Gabriel had 8 weeks of practice and he won 1 game.
Yeah.
Like the Browns have put these 2 quarterbacks in a situation where everything now looks like a shot. You feel me? Remember what Dillon Gabriel said in the preseason? I'm here to like deliver, others are here to entertain.
Yeah.
And now everybody's like, yo, was that about Shedeur?
That was whack. That was whack.
I mean, the craziest thing I think he said, whether it was like meaningful or not, is what I got pulled up right here. That's what he said. You wait for the, obviously, you know, Shedeur's song, Perfect Time.
He is
You wait for the perfect time.
The one fans already picture as the future. The one the cameras follow without asking. Suddenly, every single rep feels like a message. Every throw feels like a statement. From that moment on, the cage snapped shut. 2 lions, 1 throne, 1 crown, only one of them walks out as QB1. And then everything went from tense to explosive over one small online moment. One short post that flipped the temperature fast. After a loss, Dillon Gabriel's girlfriend posted a TikTok. Just a quick clip with a caption that said, "The Browns lost. What's new? Short, sharp." It hit like a body shot. It sounded sarcastic. It felt frustrated.
TikTok the other day, and in the caption, it said the Browns lost. What's new, with a laughing face emoji. She then followed that up by responding to some comments.
Is her?
I mean, yeah, that's her lower half. But then,
why she doing all that?
She also had some comments here.
What'd she say,
One of which where someone said something about a little comment she made was disgusting, and then she responded by saying everyone in the building actually wants Dillon Gabriel.
Fans took it as a shot at the whole Browns franchise and at Shedeur Sanders himself. The post didn't scream, but it didn't have to. It was enough to light the fuse. Media grabbed it instantly. Analysts jumped all over it. Talk shows spun full segments out of it. And just like that, the story stopped being about playbooks and reads and turned into emotions, attitudes, and pressure boiling behind closed doors.
Clearly, everybody in the building does not want Dillon Gabriel to play, or he'd be playing. Yeah. At minimum, the owner don't want him to play, and the general manager don't want him to play. Maybe the head coach want him to play, but he ain't got enough power for him to play. So, Dillon Gabriel, you need to get you and yours and everybody got to get in check. Because now you're only causing more tension within the quarterback room. And Dillon Gabriel ain't done nothing that Shedeur hasn't been able to do over these last 2 weeks. Nothing at all.
And that's when things really started to crack. They said Gabriel's camp was frustrated. They said he might have felt overshadowed. Maybe he felt like the organization was already drifting away from him. Maybe someone close to him was tired of watching Shedeur get love before Dillon Gabriel even had a real chance to speak for himself. Whatever the reason, the fire didn't stay small. It spread fast across the entire NFL world. Once that happened, the sides formed immediately. Some people said Shedeur had to be the source of the tension. Others said no, this was all on Dillon. Some blamed the girlfriend for hitting send. Others blamed the media for twisting a simple line into a full-blown story. In the end, none of that really mattered. The match was lit, and the sparks didn't fall on concrete. They landed on gasoline. That explosion rattled the entire Cleveland quarterback room. Then came the line that echoed through sports talk for days and refused to die.
I mean, she's human. She got feelings. I get it. I ain't mad at her. She a woman. I get it. But I do think she's wrong. I think most people, not just on the team, in the community, people in the church, people at older people at the bingo, they want Shedeur to play. Yeah. They do not want your man. Is it her man?
Fiancé.
Even better. They do not want your fiancé playing at all. They want the other black kid to do. The black kid, number 12. Yeah, Shedeur Sanders. They want him to play.
You cannot put Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel in the same locker room and expect peace. That is 2 lions in a cage fighting for one piece of meat. That quote hit hard. Not because it was flashy, but because it felt honest. It cut straight into the heart of the Browns organization. It confirmed what some players had already felt, but never said out loud. It confirmed what fans had been whispering online for weeks, and it confirmed what coaches had been discussing quietly behind closed doors. This was never just about arm strength or accuracy. It wasn't about who looked sharper on one random Tuesday practice. This was about pride. This was about hierarchy. This was about identity inside that locker room. When teams draft quarterbacks close together, tension is normal in the NFL. That's part of the job. But this situation feels different. This isn't routine competition. This is a fight for control. A fight for future contracts, a fight for careers, legacies, and long-term belief. Both quarterbacks are carrying more than playbooks. They're carrying family expectations, non-stop media pressure, and the weight of a city desperate for a savior. When that analyst said, 2 lions in 1 cage, he wasn't trying to be clever. He was stating reality. Both of these quarterbacks are wired to win, wired to lead, wired to take command of an offense and never give it back. Neither one sees himself as a backup. Neither one plans on waiting quietly. But there's only one football. Only one voice in the huddle. Only one player who jogs out of that tunnel with QB1 next to his name. That's why the pressure keeps climbing. Every practice feels like a playoff game. Every throw gets judged. Every mistake turns into a headline. Every reaction becomes a screenshot. And the tension isn't fading. It's tightening. That's how normal competition slowly turns into quiet resentment. Not loud, not dramatic at first, just a silent storm, a fire burning under the surface, waiting for the exact moment when pressure, timing, and ego collide. A lot of people think the drama already peaked. They think the TikTok, the quotes, the headlines, and the talk show noise were the big moment. They're wrong. This story is just getting started. As training camp ramps up, everything intensifies. Reps matter more. Mistakes stick longer. Whispers get louder. Every drill feels heavier because now there's something. Real on the line. Once preseason games arrive and live action replaces practice reps, the stakes jump again. That's when the smiles fade and the tension stops hiding. The moment the coaching staff announces which quarterback takes the first snap, this private war becomes public. If Dillon Gabriel gets the first nod, the fan base reacts instantly. Some will say the team is ignoring upside. Others will argue the Browns are scared of the spotlight that comes with Shedeur. You'll hear claims about politics, pressure, and playing it safe. Social media will light up with posts saying the organization is stuck in the past and afraid to move forward. If Shedeur Sanders gets the nod, the other side feels it immediately. The Gabriel camp won't see it as a loss. They'll see it as a message. They'll say popularity beat performance. They'll say Dillon never got a real shot. They'll argue the decision was made before the competition even started. Either way, someone walks away hurt, someone walks away angry, someone walks away angry, someone walks away feeling like something was taken from them. That's when the tension stops being subtle and turns sharp. Only one quarterback can stand on top. There's no shared victory here, no clean split, no feel-good ending where everyone wins. This battle ends in one of 2 ways. Either Shedeur Sanders wins the job and becomes the face of the franchise. Gabriel shifts into the background, the quiet backup, the man who waits, prepares, and stays ready while the city rallies behind its new leader. Shedeur becomes the future, the storyline, the headline every week. Or Dillon Gabriel shocks everyone. He beats expectations. He outplays the spotlight. He earns the trust of the locker room rep by rep, snap by snap. And suddenly the Browns hit pause on the rise of Shedeur Sanders. Not because of noise or hype, but because Gabriel made it impossible to ignore him. There is no real middle ground. No soft landing, no polite handshake where everyone walks away satisfied. This is 2 lions, 1 crown, 1 throne. The Browns didn't build a calm quarterback room. They built a battleground and they put it on display. And the entire NFL is watching. Every practice clip gets analyzed. Every preseason snap gets slowed down and debated. Every sideline reaction turns into speculation. This season won't just decide a starter. It will define careers. It will shape futures. It will influence how the Cleveland Browns are viewed for years to come. No matter who wins, someone absorbs the loss. And that's why this quarterback battle feels heavier than most. It's not just football, it's pride, identity, and belief crashing into reality under the brightest lights. This isn't over. It hasn't even reached its real moment yet. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who's following this battle closely, and drop a comment with who you think wins the job. Stay locked in because this story is moving fast, and we'll see you on the next video.